Happy Wednesday, chat. It's Wednesday. Yes, it is Wednesday. Guys, this happens every time I start stream. I think at this point I've just forgotten what day it is, and we're just, every day we just keep going. Keep on keeping on. Chat, let me know if the air conditioner in the background is like literally coming through my mic and being really annoying. But it's like really hot this week and humid. And yeah, so I'll leave it on for a bit. If it's noisy, I'll turn off once the room cools down. But that's where we're at, chat. So we are gonna do some gesture drawing and gouache coloring again, like we did a couple weeks back. We did these, but I just want to show you guys. I don't know if any of you all have been watching Spider Noir. It is literally so good. It's on Amazon Prime, and so I did some sketches of him yesterday. I'm on the last episode. Kind of sad though. I've really binged through it. And then also I did this cute dog on Monday. Yes, because Monday was the 1st, I believe. Yeah, so that's where we're at, chat. And then this morning I did some Muppets up here, which I thought we might actually do some Muppet characters because they're so cute. And then I tried to do a beaver and it ended up looking a little mean. I love beavers. And then I tried to draw the king prawn with sunglasses on. Didn't turn out so great, so I attempted it again down here. And he also turned out terrible down there. So chat, for some reason I can't draw him. I don't know what it is. It's just really hard to draw. It's like some part of me that would like to like paint him in oil for some reason. Like a Renaissance art style. That's gonna be a bit ambitious. But yeah, let's just freaking get started. Let's just do this thing. Alright, we got our brushes. Ba-da-da-da. You know what I didn't do last week, chat? Let's just do it now because I keep putting it off. I need to pull out some yellow paint and put it in this spot here because we ran out last week. Let's clean it up a little though. Also, let's make sure our music is looping like we want it to. Alright, we got the playlist on loop. This song is I Miss You. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Chat, tell me if it gets too loud, and I will fix it. Da, 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 da. Let me watch OBS. I think it's alright. Let's clean the green out of here. I think the last thing we were working on was that cow painting, which I haven't looked at in a while, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm still not 100% happy with it. Maybe I should pull it out again just to look at it today. I'm trying to decide if I want to finish it on stream or if I want to like really like lock it in and try and do it on my own time and fix it. I don't know. I don't know, chat. It's one of those paintings where I think I'm afraid to do much more with it. Oh good, they're still pretty wet. But I'm gonna have to start drying them out because this thing is actually really heavy, and when I was flying with it, like it took up a lot of extra weight in my suitcase, and so I dried them out. I really don't want to have to, but I think I'm gonna have to dry them again. Just because you know how everything gets like shook around when you're flying, and if these all end up like, ugh, that would be literally a mess. Be a mess and a half. So we're not gonna do that. So I think I should probably leave the lid open today because it took about 2 weeks to dry it out actually back home. So I'd like to have a little extra time. But considering I use them mostly dry anyway, like do I really need to have wet other than white? I don't know, like only beef I have is I did like I bought like the rehydrating water so it would keep it from molding, and I low-key use like half a bottle just rehydrating these. And so kind of feels like a waste, but it is what it is, you know, chat. I should have thought a little further before I was like, oh, I'm gonna fly with my gouache paints. Like, I think watercolors, like if you're gonna fly with a paint, watercolor is literally the best. Literally the best. Because you don't have to do anything. Because it dries when you have it on your palette. And if you have it in tubes, like obviously it's contained. But the gouache paints like these, oh shoot, chat, I think I just got paint on my face. Good news, these are non-toxic. Or at least that's what it said. All right, chat, who do we want to draw first? That's the real question. Do we want to draw a little Muppet? Do we want to draw some people? Some like fashion sketches maybe? I know we did that before. Those turned out pretty nice. Alrighty. Oh, I really, really, really like this song. Lakeside Fishing by Joseph Burdock. If anyone's interested, it's on his YouTube channel, and you can check the link to his YouTube channel in the description of this stream. All right, where's my pencils? Here we go. I had a thought, chat. I don't know if we'll do it today, but it'd be kind of fun to try and do. So when I got into more like sketching and drawing, I actually did a lot of like anime style art. Like I did a lot of fan art of like my favorite characters from different animes. And I thought it'd be kind of fun to do like some anime style like artwork. And then, so we would draw it in pencil. Like I'd actually put more time into it. Wouldn't be like gesture stuff. And then, yeah, we'd ink it like a comic or whatever. And so that would be kind of fun. Let me turn this music down a little. But we're not doing that today. I think we're just gonna keep it simple because it may be the heat, but I feel like my brain is cooked, chat. Let me pull up Pinterest on my phone, which I will be using as a reference. Low-key just want to draw Muppets today. Also like Sesame Street characters. Maybe we'll start with people though, cause a little bit more my comfort zone, and then we'll work around. Oh, where? Guys, I have like probably 40 or 50 different boards on Pinterest. Not good. I've had Pinterest for years and it's just gotten more and more out of hand. I love Pinterest. Literally addicted to it. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, do we want to do... I have some reference images I pulled aside for like the gesture drawing stuff. Let's start with an easy one. All right, we got this dude in denim and a bucket hat. I like this. It's pretty simple. The pose is not that complicated. Should we... What if we do it really loose in pencil, chat? And then we go through... Where is my pencil sharpener? Well, you know what? We're gonna do it soft. And then what we'll do is we'll go over and selectively choose the lines we want to make thicker. I think that's what we're gonna do. Now I know like typically like workflow for this is you're supposed to just work with like your marker or ink pens like straight away. That way, you know, you're not getting like too caught up on making everything perfect. But today, chat, I just want to like things to look a little bit nicer, so I'm gonna put a little bit more time into it. So that's just what we're gonna do. All right, let's just start. Let's go. Maybe we can fit more than one pose on. Trying to like evenly divide. Maybe we can fit more than one person on this page, which would be nice. Okay. I think I'm getting too detailed already. Let's block it in first. I think this shoulder needs to come a little bit more here. Jacket kind of parts down the center. And then back here at the bottom. We might have to jump over onto this side of the page a little bit. Yeah, a little too much. The pencil's actually showing up better than I thought it would on screen. Not too terrible. I feel like, I don't know about you guys, but I actually really like that we're in a baggy jean era and have been for a while because they're so much more comfortable, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I guess like skinny jeans had their purpose, right? I feel like you could see your shoes a lot better during that era. But I always choose comfort over fashion. I'm kind of like, well, I shouldn't say, I like fashion, right? But if I'm really uncomfortable, I'm not gonna wear it. Especially if like I have to wear it every day, like, yeah. Like, just not here for it. Because if I had to wear skinny jeans like every day just while sitting and working, I'd probably just wear my pajamas. Which isn't the best for your mental health. I think what's important when you're like, you work from home and your work is at home, like forcing yourself to get like properly dressed every day is really important. It helps also get you like in the right mindset for work. And then I also feel like it helps you like transition in the evenings to like not work mindset. I feel like those are like two important things. Alright, he's got sunglasses. Which look like goggles now, that's fine. Alright, let's do the pants. Unfortunately, his hand fell kind of like right here on the curve of the page, which really sucks. It's alright, we can blame that on the fact that the hands aren't gonna look good. And I don't have to blame it on the fact that I'm just not that great at hands yet. Alright, shoes. There aren't really pockets on the pants that I can see, but I'm gonna add some down here because I think it would look nice. Alright, chat. Well, the question is, I wonder how it would look. Let's brush this off. Do we want to even ink it? Or like what would happen if we put, I feel like some of the graphite would probably smear. I'm thinking like if we put the, move my camera just a little bit. I'm trying to think what would happen if we put gouache over graphite, but I think it's gonna smear. That's what I do with the watercolors. So let's just erase this a little bit. All right, where's my, let's just ink it. I think I'm gonna use this one again. That looks kind of like a marker, but a finer tip. Wouldn't kind of mind having a Sharpie actually. Chat, should I go look for a Sharpie? We might have one. There should be one somewhere here in the house. This guy's kind of got a beard. Sunglasses. I wear my sunglasses at night. Alright, that looks pretty good. You know what's gonna happen, chat? We're gonna erase out the slime work and it's gonna look like hot trash. That's what happens. We can kind of at least rework the arm because I do think I did take it over just a little too much. I feel like no matter how much I study gesture drawing, I still haven't quite gotten where I want to. And I know people say like they like put down your lines confidently. I'm just like, what does that even mean? And so then I got to the point where I was just kind of like quickly putting in lines and I can't say it looked that great. So I feel like there's this like, you somehow reach this like level of artistry where like it looks like you're not thinking much, but you are, but it's just because you're thinking fast maybe. And then that's how you're able to like perfectly put in lines. I have no idea. I feel like I can gesture draw good enough for now. That said, it probably wouldn't hurt me to spend a little bit more time studying it. Like, cause I feel like doing it is good, but I also feel like I need to be a little bit more mindful about maybe exaggerating certain poses. Like obviously this pose, kind of boring. But even like boring poses, you can make pretty interesting. I'm just not very good at it yet. Let's try doing one straight with ink. Let's do that. I want to see if I can do it. All right. So where do I want to start? By the head. All right, chat, we're confident. Confident with our lines. Like, granted, there's always like different levels of what one would call like gesture drawing. I think too. Like how like detailed do you want to get, right? Like some gesture drawings are like only a couple lines. Like those people are insane. Like that, oh. Yeah, those people are just like masters of gesture drawing. I'm so jealous. I just don't know how they do it. It makes you wonder, like, do they spend, like, how many other sketches did they do before they reached the one that they really liked, you know? Like, that's what I want to know. Or they did the one and it was like, yep, did it again. I'm a freaking genius. Like, I need to know the backstory. Or maybe it's just because they've done like hundreds and thousands of sketches for all my English. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. I don't know, chat. If anyone chat is really good at gesture drawing, please drop me some tips below. And also like the expected time it usually takes for someone to actually get good. Granted, I'm sure that varies like person to person, but jacket. All right, now for the pants here. Kind of hard to tell. Man, this guy's like really layered up with his outfit. He's got like a long shirt. He's got like this denim jacket. And it almost looks like another shirt layered like under here. And then like cargo pants. I really like the way like clothes looks when you really like layer. But I don't know about you guys, but I get hot really easily, even in the winter. And I'm like, I would have to live in my home with like no air conditioning. And then if I went outside, it had to be during the winter. I'm gonna give him like a book he's holding. There's some papers. Okay. Chat, not bad. Not terrible. I feel like we need like little filler illustrations. Like maybe the sunglasses. You know what I mean? And then maybe like a book. Oh, that's a really good book. Wow. Beautiful. You know those people that make like the cutest like sketched like doodle notebooks? Like how are they out there doing this? Like cuz once you put down the lines, it's over. There's no going back. And I'm just like, how did they do it, you know? Maybe they just like think really hard before they put lines down. And maybe that's what I need to be doing more. Like I just don't know. Like how are they doing it? Alright, what's his shoes look like? They're really kind of like the same thing. Both sneakers. And then this bag he has is kind of like this. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe we'll make this polka dot. Because this is like camouflage, but that sounds really not fun to draw. But polka dots are fun. So you guys can see what I'm doing. And then we're gonna make sure that we do it up here too. There we go, it looks cute. Yeah, but guys, I'm making good progress on the Silly Duck show, but I'm not quite ready to be working on it on stream. I'm working out a lot of like the storyboards. Yesterday I was working on writing like the script and kind of like the screenplay. So we're getting there, but we still got a bit to go. All right, polka dots. Maybe do like an open book up here. I think once I get to like the animating process, then I'll be ready to start like kind of showing you guys what I'm doing. But until then, I feel like I gotta make sure that I'm like fully locked in while working on it. Just so everything's, you know, exactly how I want it to be. All right, let's grab our gouache paints, and I think I'm gonna turn off the reference, and I just kind of want to color it however feels right. I did like the denim jacket, so we're gonna go with like a denim blue for this dude here. Also, guess we should erase out our line work here. Oh, actually, it doesn't look that horrible, guys. All right. I think in this shade of blue, yeah, that looks fine. Actually, I have a lovely denim blue mixed up here. It's a bit more desaturated. There we go. And let's do... I'm gonna do the pants like a brown, like a dark brown, I think. I think we should make this other person like a really bright colors that they're wearing. Maybe we should go a little crazier on shading today. I feel like last time I didn't really do that. But it might be kind of fun. Ooh, that's a bit wet. Let me grab a dark blue here. I feel like the music's so serious. It's a very serious moment, chat. Choosing the colors. Alright, for the shoes, let's do... I'm gonna do... dark red? No. Honestly, maybe just brown shoes. But maybe we go a little warmer. Something like this. Less of a red and more of like an orangey yellow. All right, let's do some shading on the pants here a little. All right, not bad. I think after these guys, I want to try drawing a little Muppet character. I'm glad I chose to do this today, guys, because, man, I'm just feeling like I did not get enough sleep, and sometimes doing something fun like this is a good way to recover when you're starting to feel burnout. I'm like, we're only Wednesday. How am I this burnout? I really don't know. Unfortunately, my body does not understand the concept of like, oh, there's 2 more work days, so don't feel tired yet. A little bit of yellow here. Get a little bit more vibrant. Perfect. Alright, now we gotta mix the skin tone. Need a little bit of red. Hold up, I need to clean this space. Ugh. It's tough because I have to have my camera like in front of me, so I'm trying not to like hit it. I'm like leaning over. Also, update, guys. You know how I was talking about I wanted to stream on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, and that way, you know, people on Twitch can watch me and people who prefer YouTube can do that. But guys, I like having to run like the 2 things in OBS on my one tiny monitor just seems like impossible. So I'm going to wait until I'm back to my other setup with my big PC and monitors. And so you have to wait another like 2 weeks or so, chat. But it will happen. And then we also need to work on making some emotes. Alright, let me water this down. This needs a little cooler pink, I think. Alright, let me wash it out a little bit. This is not quite the tone I was looking for. It's a little too muddy. I don't know, chat. Give me a second. I'm trying to remember what I mixed. I think I shouldn't have mixed. I shouldn't have mixed this one orangey shade into it. Maybe that was good. Alright, maybe we just need to add more cooler. I don't know, that's not looking right. Chat, my brain is broken today. Alright, let's just layer it like we do watercolors. We'll do the warmer tones now, and then we'll do a little darker in a bit. Probably shouldn't put that on too wet. And then we'll use this, drop it in here. There we go. The shaded parts. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, let's work on this next dude. I'm thinking like love yellow, so I don't know. How does it not smudge the line work? Also, hello Sarah, welcome to chat. The line work, I use these micron pens. These are popular among like cartoon artists, and you can ink them and they're not waterproof. I mean, they are waterproof. They're waterproof and they will not smudge or come off. So pros and cons. Once you put it on, it's there forever. I think you could probably remove it a little. Nifty, yeah. I think you could remove it with alcohol if you had to. Kind of like a Sharpie, but you can just do washes of water over it. So I like to use them. These are the same pens that I saw, you know that K-drama we're watching? Our Beloved Summer, is that it? But anyway, the guy, when he's doing the architecture line work, he was using the micron pens. Very, very popular. Okay, so we're gonna do yellow because I really like yellow. And we just took the yellow. Hold up, chat. Let me move this a little. We just poured out new yellow, so it's gonna be really bright. I'm wanting like neon. Oh yeah. Oh dear, that's too much. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I want you guys to be able to see my palette, but I'm having trouble having both the palette and the sketch viewable for you guys. And I want to be able to lift my camera higher, but I physically can't. So we have some limitations, I guess we gotta accept. It's alright, we'll make it work. We're gonna make it work, chat. Alright, now I think for his pants, they were actually green in the reference, and honestly, I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna do like a yellow green, kind of like slime green, but you know what? It's gonna work. We're going with like earthy green colors. And then I think this longer shirt, we're gonna do maybe like a turquoise sky blue. And then he also was wearing a denim jacket. So I think I'm just gonna go with a slightly more like greenish denim blue. Let's see if we can get one mixed up here. Oh, I kind of like that. That's really just pretty much green, but it has a slight tinge of blue to it. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, this yellow though, like man, as it dries, like look how much it's desaturating. Might be hard for you guys to see, but good to know. It changes a lot, which might explain why every time I pull out that cow painting we were doing, I'm just like not happy with the greens, and it's because I paint on like the vibrant, like yellow washes I want in the grass. And then, yeah, it dries and then it looks totally not how I wanted it. So that's an L. I don't know if like more expensive gouache paints will make a difference. It's usually how it works with watercolors. I guess if I want a really vibrant yellow, I should probably just switch to my watercolors. I just don't have them with me now. As for his hair, let's do a really dark, really dark brown. Pretty much black, but like with a warm tinge to it. I'll start with the warmer shade here. We need to add more shading under here. There we go. I could probably add a bit more here. These gouache paints really do lighten up. Okay, now for the longer shirt. Let's mix that turquoise blue we wanted. Perfect. Low-key would probably wear this outfit. Not gonna lie, chat. I do have green pants. They're a little darker than this though. They're more like a forest green. This is like a pea green. Let's get a little bit darker here. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that, chat, because I want it to stay... Well, we need to make a dark yellow green. So I don't want it to blend in with the shirt. There we go, that's better. I'm working way too dry here. Guys, I'm not trying to get like my paper too wet, but I also want it to spread. Alright, that's probably good enough for now. Let's make the cover of this book green. Chat, how does music sound? Is it too loud, too quiet? Because the air conditioner running, I really can't tell. So I need y'all to let me know if everything is sounding good. A little bit darker here. It's good? All right. Thank you, Sarah. Mix a little bit of blue in here and desaturate this. I'm just gonna pretend that's the collar or the cup of the shirt. All right, now let's go back to our skin tones. Just gonna start a little bit lighter. This guy's a little bit like me. He doesn't get out in the sun enough. A little shading in there. There we go. I think we need to darken up a little bit more here in the pants. I think we're gonna have to grab some red actually. Alright, back to the yellow. Gonna put that on a little thicker. And then with the yellows, I'm gonna mix like a cool green to shade the bottom. Just trying to blend this together. And a little bit here on this side. do it down this one here. All right. All right, we had the shoes around here. This reminds me of those like coloring books we had as kids where it'd be like Barbie shoes and stuff. I think we had like a Barbie coloring book. Also, chat, I heard that all the Barbie movies are now free to watch on YouTube. I don't know if y'all grew up watching those too, but don't walk, run. They are now they're now free to watch for everybody. Yo, what a time to be alive. Free Barbie movies. I don't know if the new one, are they making new ones? Well, I don't know if current ones will be on there, but there are the originals from what I was reading. Alright, chat, I think we did everything we could do for this page. It's not the most beautiful thing I've ever done. It's not the ugliest thing I've ever done either. Let's see if we can mix a little yellow though here. Oh, that's a bit thick. Actually, I don't hate it. Just roll with it. And blend a little bit here. Alright, that's all she wrote for this one. We just need to dry. Alright, while it dries, let's decide on the next image we want to do. Alright, so we have a really cute dog. Very cute, very fluffy. We could do that. It's wearing a scarf, which is cute. Or I do have a beaver carrying an apple and a carrot. This is really cute. Look how cute that is, chat. Oh, that dog is adorable. I know, isn't it? So cute. Or we do have... Where did I put it, chat? Oh, it's in my Muppet folder. Here we go. Alright, we got Elmo in a rain suit, which is cute. And then we have the King Prawn. I know Elmo's not a Muppet, chat. I do know that. But I stuck it in with the group anyway, because it's kind of like my TV puppets folder. Or we got Rizzo, the rat. The rat with Riz. That one might be my top pick. I know, that one is cute. Or we have, this is honestly one of my favorite images of the King Prawn. I feel like this one's such a mood. Like, that's at the end of work, that's sometimes how I look because like your brain is just so spent. But also this one where he's like blow drying his hair, that's a classic. Yeah, I have like a couple of these pictures I've used as like my profile picture on Discord for a hot minute. Or we have Swedish Chef. But I'm thinking, okay, Elmo that is pretty cute. Maybe we do Elmo, chat. Or do we do this Elmo where he's having like an is that the right word? Whatever, he's having a crisis. Are there too many good options? All right, well chat, we're just gonna have to draw more than one. We're gonna start with Raincoat Elmo. And then we'll go from there. Except I put on this paint so wet. Come on, dry faster. Watch this super secret technique, chat. We're just gonna... Hopefully... I think the yellow jacket is so cute, I know. I think that's why we gotta do it. Especially since I'm on like my yellow paint kick for the day. Elmo's going through it. Yo, Joe, welcome to chat. Yeah, Elmo needs a nap. I gotta get out the hair dryer. Literally. Please dry. It's like watching paint dry, chat. Still wet. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna stick this in between. Dun-dun. Boop. There we go. I'm sure it's fine on the other side. It's fine. We did wrinkle the paper a bit, but you know what? We're just gonna freaking... I don't like having to... Oh, shoot. Is that really... That's not that way. That really soaked through, though. Well, this happens. This music is making me want to walk around in Skyrim. What is this song? Let me check. I think it's one of your Skyrim ones. Yeah, Skyrim Dawn Ambience. Yeah, that one's good. Next up, though, is Horizons Volume 2. Let's go. A little bit more upbeat. I forgot I wrote this. Yeah, I finally put together a playlist on YouTube of a bunch of your songs, so more than just the Horizon volumes. We gotta diversify. And if I wait until you put them on Spotify, I may be waiting forever. And so I was like, I'm just gonna put it together. Alright, chat, let me lock it in real quick. It's important that we get almost proportions right here. Oh, I need a haircut, chat. My freaking hair keeps getting in the way. You know what makes like all these little puppets hard to draw? It's because they don't have a bone structure, and so it's a very... You should share this playlist with me. Will do, Sarah. Will do. It makes it hard because it's very like organic shapes, and everything's like really rounded, soft. It also doesn't follow necessarily like perfect people proportions, so I do be struggling. That's where you gotta like turn off your brain from thinking, oh, I know what I'm seeing, and more into like, okay, this is a shape here. This shape in relation to this shape is here. Like that kind of stuff. And then a little fur here. See, if this is Photoshop, I could just mirror this image. And then we can see how creepy it actually looks. I think I made the map a little too big here. Okay. Not bad. The hat kind of like comes a little point there. And then one here. And then it comes behind the head. And then we see it here. This is where it kind of gets folded over to about this section. So we gotta make sure we don't forget to put that in right when we're shading it. To be fair, I don't follow people. Wow, Joe. That's very good. Yeah, make your own. Everyone has their own proportions. Don't be chasing other people's. Some wise words. I'm not sure Joe quite understood what we're talking about. I feel like this is me when I'm on Joe's music streams and he's talking about like all this music terminology. I'm like, yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's like we're both in the arts field, but like we don't know like anything about, yeah, the other person's field. Although I feel like Joe could probably draw something better than I could make music, so. I feel like when you're starting, art is actually like much easier than like music. You know what I mean? I could be wrong. Maybe it's just me, but like, cause I feel like anyone can make art, right? But like, if you just like start banging on the piano, it's not gonna sound good. But even like if you do some like weird scribbles, like whether or not those look good, that's kind of up for interpretation. But with music, let me crock it. Yo, get out of here, Joe. Get. Take your grok and leave. Chat, just so you know, Joe's joking, so don't cancel him. Let me move this so you guys can see a little bit better. I've got no room on the broom. Also, I don't know if that's still on Netflix, guys, but it was a really cute, like little, I think it was a movie actually, but it's called Room on the Broom, and it was about a witch that had a bunch of little animal friends, and it was about making more room on the broom. It was super wholesome, super cute. It's probably been like 10 plus years since I've seen it, but I just remembered that now actually. So go search for it. I think it may have been like a kid's book, and I want to say it was like claymation ? I don't remember. I got Elmo's little hands. Alright, I think we need to put in the eyes because it looks really, really creepy. That sounds so wholesome. Don't you remember that, Joe? Maybe you didn't watch it with us. Maybe I just watched it with like Rose when she was younger, I don't know. Also, that Cookie Monster reel you shared on Instagram was such a mood. Yeah, Cookie Monster, guys, has his own Instagram. Also follows Sesame Street. They, on their like social media accounts, I guess because like obviously kids shouldn't be using social media, so I think they make a lot of their content still kid friendly, but I think they're trying to like market it towards adults, so it's usually like relatable, funny stuff. So go follow them. Shout out to Sesame Street and Cookie Monster. Okay, we gotta make sure we get the eyes, the pupils in here, right? Da, 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 da. Although I guess I have to go out there and ink this. Oh no, chat, I'm scared. Once we ink, we're committed. Actually, there's a little space in between the eyes. You guys see everything all right? My hand keeps blocking it. Let me grab a sharper. A little bit sharper here. Alright, now for the fun part. We're gonna ink it and we're gonna color it. I don't know, I don't watch RTC. Isn't Joe funny? Joe's so funny. Da, 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 da. Where's my palette? It's over here. Let's do my thicker marker. And then I think I'm gonna go through with a thinner one and do a little bit more detail work. This is getting difficult because I want to rotate my page, but I want to make sure you guys can see. Okay, very good. All right. I breathe. Chat. We're gonna do the eyes. If we mess this up... Wait, that being said... He-Man actually looked kind of good. He-Man? I don't even know what that is. Okay. Here we go. It looks at my wrist. Chat, low-key stressed. Alright, I have to be able to rotate my canvas. Sorry, paints. You gotta go back here. Oh, we're struggling today, chat. Okay, wait. Let's do the nose first. There's no control Z. There's no control Z. Okay. We got it. All right. One wrong move. Oh my gosh, I didn't speak. Oh my gosh. I don't know either. I saw it advertised. Oh no, Joe's gonna try speaking German in the keynote. Okay. Wait, did you go see the Mandalorian movie? The child. I feel like the internet has decidedly, like, pretty much decided not to call Grogu, and they just call him the... I call him the child because that's what the villain said. I think it's funny. But also, like, Baby Yoda. Everyone pretty much calls him that. I feel like the nerds are probably like, that's not his name. It's not even Yoda's baby. Alright, if we mess these eyes up, it's gonna look creepy. This is the scary part, guys. When you put in the pupils, it has to be just right. Yeah, it was good. Yo, it got Joe's approval, too. Joe's like a stickler for good Star Wars lore. So, that means it must be good, chat. Dun, 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 dun. I think the right one. His name is Jedi Master Baby Yoda. I like that. That works. Also, no spoilers. Alright, we need to do the fur. Try and make it look natural. As natural as it can look, considering it's fake fur. Do you think the Sesame Street characters are kind of like Santa Claus, where it takes a while for kids to know they're not real? Or maybe they're just like, well, I've never seen a puppet in real life. But like, we've never seen Santa Claus in real life. I don't know, chat. I'm gonna have to ask my younger sister Rose, because she loved Sesame Street and Elmo. She had like an Elmo with a rock guitar. She had like little mini Elmo plushies. She would like watch the show all the time. She also liked Ernie and Bert. She had that. Big Bird. She had like a bunch of the little like... Oh my gosh, I almost put Sharpie in my phone. That wouldn't have been good. Sometimes I miss when life was simpler. Alright, there we go. No spoilers, but he died. Elmo did? What? Oh, no. Baby Yoda. Literally saw Santa IRL at the promenade. Yeah, Joe got a picture with Santa, so I guess he does exist. Chat, I need to know if you ever had to go and like get your photo with Santa. Let me know if you are like genuinely scared, because when I was a kid, I did not want to go. But Rose was like, wanted so bad to see Santa. And me being like the introvert I am was like, Please, God, don't make me take a photo with it. And then, of course, Mom's like, okay, now everyone go get a photo with Santa. And, like, you know, if I was a mother, I'd probably do it too because, like, it's cute. You want a picture of your kids all with Santa, like, for Christmas. But, like, your girl wasn't having it. I mean, I did it anyway, but you could probably, like, we gotta find this picture chat, but you could probably tell on my face, I was just like, I don't want to be here. The scariest thing was that the bird at Burger King, oh, not Burger King, freaking, what's the place called? Not Baskin Robbins. Red Robin. Red Robin. Guys, chat, have you ever been to Red Robin and they had the Red Robin bird there? Oh my word. So, honestly, I have like a fear of those, like, people in the character suits. And, like, I know, I'm like, oh, there's a person in it, right? But some reason, my brain still reverts to its childlike fears, where I'm just like, that is, like, a giant thing in a weird, creepy-looking suit. And you just feel genuinely afraid. It's, like, one of my irrational fears. But the irony is, I think I told you this before, chat, I would actually really like to... Like, I know they're hot, but I feel like it'd be really fun to, like, dress up in one of those, like, little suits. And, like, you don't have to say anything, so it's, like, the perfect thing for an introvert. So you can, like, you know, like, take pictures with people and dance around and have fun, right? But you don't have to, like, really talk to anyone and no one sees your face. So it's kind of like you're acting, right? And I was like, well, that would be kind of fun. But, like, if I'm not in the suit, it's low-key scary. I don't know. Anyone else afraid of those things? I think I said this before. There was a time where we went to, like, McDonald's, and my great-grandmother was actually with us, and she was, like, over 100 years old by then. So she she enjoyed it, but they had, like, the guy dressed up in the Playland as Ronald McDonald. Really, really scary, chat. Really scary. And he could ride like a unicycle. It was crazy, and he could juggle. But my great-grandmother absolutely loved, oh, that was terrifying. It was. We have a picture of her sitting with him. It was really funny. She really loved talking to him. But we were all, like, terrified. I don't think they do that anymore, do they? I don't know, chat. I haven't been to a McDonald's in a really long time. Going to, like, the McDonald's playground was, like, the equivalent of going to, like, an amusement park for us. It's like, how to know you grew up poor is, like, the McDonald's playground was, like, the best park ever. Like, amusement park type thing. And then going to, like, Giant or Fresh Market no, I guess not Fresh. We never went to Fresh Market. I guess it was Giant. Whoever has, like, the live lobsters in the tank. Like, there was some reason we'd be in that grocery store, and it'd only be, like, once in a blue moon, because we wouldn't frequently go there. And it was just, like, it was like going to the aquarium. Like, we were low-key so excited just to see the lobsters. Okay, I gotta lurk. I don't know. I'm still not the #1 chatter. Sarah wins today. You know, try harder, Joe. That's all I'm saying. You're letting us down. Also, sorry, chat. I keep getting distracted about different stories when I need to be drawing Elmo. But yeah. Going to the stores with the lobsters in the tank was literally like going to the aquarium. And we were like, Mom, can we buy one? We're gonna take care of it and raise it. Of course, she never got us one. That's fine. Like, those poor things. They have them in the tanks with their little claws, rubber banded. So sad. Maybe I just spam. Now I feel like I gotta start spamming the chat so I can stay #1. We got competition going on in chat now. Let's go. My rightful place. Joke's on Joe. I just have Sarah promoted. Surprise. Oh, but Joe, before you leave, I decided I'm not going to start streaming on Twitch just yet. I'm gonna wait till I get home because I started looking into like the plugins or whatever I needed for OBS, and like I'm gonna need so much screen space to keep track of everything. And it's just not gonna be possible on my 13-inch laptop. I mean, it'll be possible, but I really don't think it would not be very enjoyable figuring out the process on it. Yeah, it's kind of annoying how many tabs you need. Yeah, it's already pretty tough, like just streaming here with my laptop, so it is what it is. But I might start putting together some emotes. I do want to have emotes ready for my viewers. We're gonna have all silly duck emotes. That's what we're gonna do, chat. It's just gonna be silly duck everything. Okay, hold up. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. That's why I haven't started multi-streaming on TikTok yet. Yeah, so I'll need to affiliate first. For Twitch? Wait, I'm not gonna stream on TikTok. I mean, I guess eventually I could. Which takes 65 followers plus average of 3 viewers per month. Wait, what platform is that on, Joe, that you're talking about? On Twitch? Oh, to be able to stream on Twitch and TikTok, you mean? You have to, or are you saying I need... Wait, that wouldn't make any sense. How would it even know what I'm streaming on? Chat, I don't know. It's so much to figure out. All right, let's color this Elmo. I think this is probably dry on the other side. Oh yeah, we're dry. We don't need this anymore. No, you need an affiliate on Twitch to unlock emotes. Oh, no. Chat, I have to wait to 65 followers? All right, you know what? Rome wasn't built in a day. We're gonna do it. It's gonna happen. Slow but sure. Actually, let me use... You'll get it fast? Yeah, hopefully. Well, you know what? It works out, chat, because it's gonna take me time to build the emotes. And then maybe we can hype them up on stream. Your viewers will watch and boost you. Yeah, yo. People out there doing God's work for artists. It's really nice. All right, let's do Elmo's hat first. Starting to get cloudy. Sun might come out again in a bit. It's like it's getting darker. It's making it harder to see. Yeah, but we could we can make the Twitch emotes ahead of time. I feel like they're gonna be fun. They're gonna be fun to make. That's what I wish YouTube had, like custom emotes. Oh, his paints are finally starting to dry. That's good. The yellow. Yes, I'm loving it. Yes, I know. It's so pretty. Yeah, let me move my water cups to the side. I was trying to keep the water away from... Trying to keep it away from my computer, but you know what? We gotta do what we gotta do. And we're gonna try and be more careful. Hold up a second, chat. We forgot. There's like a little collar here on the coat. We're missing some slight details. And then I think I did the buttons too small, so we can fit a fourth one. Elmo has really, really, really skinny arms. Because we can actually see. Oh no, that doesn't look good. Alright, we're gonna just pretend that's a crease in the coat. Oh, chat, we messed up. That'd be good content. Making emotes for when I reach affiliate. Yo! Joe and his content mind. This is why he's a professional. Saying his first rodeo. This is so pretty. Very vibrant. Yeah, alright, we made some mistakes back there on the arm, but hopefully people just look at the face. That's all that matters. I'm sure everybody can see everything. Wait till we put in the red. Alright, now we're gonna do... Let's use this color here to shade. Because we're also getting a lot of like bounce to light off of Elmo onto the hat. So it's making it a very like warm shaded section. Normally I would shade yellows with like a slight green, but in this case, we gotta play up that, soften the edge a little bit there. Oh, that's too much. Oh, let me mix a clean spot. My palette's so dirty. Alright, we need a slightly red yellow. It's gonna get darkest about here. Here. Down as it comes under. We'll blend that more out as we go. I'm locked in, chat. Okay, now we need slightly brighter. A little bit more that, a little bit more of this. Blend this out just a little bit. Okay. Not bad. I do think we need to blend the seal a little darker up here. Make it the brightest up there. Alright, let's do his red and then try and figure out how we... Oh, that was my clean water. Rip. Alright, we're gonna do like stop sign red. Yeah, that seems good. It's just like straight altitude. We don't need to do any mixing. Also, this is like the perfect shade for Elmo. It's not stop sign red, it's Elmo red. I think I need a smaller brush, chat. Sure everybody can see everything all right. Try not to block it, but I'm also trying to like do it where I don't ruin it. You know what, let's color this whole area in. That may have been a bad idea. Alright, we might have to re-ink over that. That's fine. Actually, I do have black gouache paint. I do believe. I've never used it before. The time has come to actually use it. And do little hands down here. I was like, you know, Elmo should have like an umbrella too. And I was like, I'm glad he doesn't, because that'd probably be really hard to draw. Drawing umbrellas without a reference, I don't know if you ever tried that, chat. Like getting the perspective of it right. It's like a nightmare. I'm like, I just can't. It's like drawing umbrellas in hands without a reference. Ain't no way. All right, for the nose, we're gonna need orange. With a little bit of red, because it's like a dark orange. All right, now let's... What do you think, chat? We gotta shade this a little bit. Question is, do we use like this color? Like that's a pretty cool red. Might be too cool. I'm gonna mix it with a little bit of the warmer red. Then we'll do that instead. Just kind of give a little depth to the fur here. Hopefully without making Elmo look like he's got a bunch of wrinkles. I mean, at this point, how old is Elmo, chat? It's kind of like Ash, though, or like from Pokemon, he just never ages. Oh, that's still wet. Alright, chat. We made some mistakes. I did get my hand in some of the paint. This painting was definitely not what I would call gesture drawing. But that's okay. This was a very specific illustration we wanted to do. I wonder if I can mix some... What if we mixed... Oh, I gotta be careful. I'm gonna knock over a mug. Okay, what if we mixed... Hear me out. What if we mixed a little white with the yellow to kind of achieve a brighter, lighter yellow? Because I feel like our yellow isn't quite where I want it yet. So let's grab a little bit of white. Sit back here. All right, let's see if this works. It's not really showing up for you guys. That may have been a waste of time. Let's mix a little more white in with it. Try and do our little pastel highlights here. I need a little bit of water. Well, either way, I think we can rescue some of the areas where we lost the highlights. Actually, that's kind of working, I think. And we'll also need a little white for these buttons. All right, there we go. It's so cute. I know, it is cute. I still feel like I'm not 100%. Well, let's try the black gouache, guys, and see if this works how we want it to. I'm not very good at, like, mixing the colors I want with these gouache yet. Like, it's just not... Oh, this seems to be working nice. It should have a nice matte finish, which will be good. Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay, I do want to darken up the shadow areas on the raincoat just a little bit. You know what? It's not in the photo, but I think I am actually going to reach for a little green. Let's see if color theory can help us repair the damage that's been done. Oh, there's no room on the broom. Okay, there we go. Yep, that just feels better for me. I don't know why. Let's make it a little more vibrant, though. Let's grab a little bit more. I'll do a little here on the hat. It also works because Elmo is red and the green. It's a nice, what do they call it, like complementary color. I have a tendency to call it like a contrasting color because it's like the opposite color on the color wheel. But I think technically it's supposed to be called a complementary. I could be wrong. I should know these things since I'm an artist. I know how it works, I just don't know all the terminology. That's how you can tell I'm like self-taught, chat. Because if I went to school, I'd probably have to like take tests on this and stuff. But the thing is, with art, like, it doesn't matter if you don't know. Like, if you know how to do it and it's working for you, it really doesn't matter if you don't know the proper way to call it. That's probably why I like art. It's not a whole lot of rights and wrongs. Da, da, da. It's got a little bit more yellow in here. I do feel like these are just drying so desaturated though. Like, why? Alright, let's blend this a little bit better. Yeah, I wish I hadn't put that orange underneath, but you know, mistakes were made. Blend this out a little bit here. I think I got one left in me after we finish this. And then I'm probably gonna call it on stream. Don't know what we're gonna be doing tomorrow. Maybe working on the children's book, I don't know. We might do that. I haven't fully decided yet. Or we could do gouache paints again and work on the the cow painting again. Because we really do need to finish that, chat. Alright, let me just blend these highlights up a little bit. And then this down a little. Oh, I guess we should probably shade the nose a little too. I could shade the eyes, but I think I'm gonna opt out just because I know I really want to keep those nice whites we have going up there. I don't want to lose it. Alright, not too bad, chat. Let's let this dry a bit. But I do think I want to do a little bit more shading down here in the hands. And the side of mouth here a little bit. I think this honestly turned out pretty good. Not too bad. Not too shabby, actually. Let's just add one little wash of yellow, straight yellow, back over this front part a little bit. And here, just some areas where I want to add a pop of color. Just a little bit more. Also, the black paint went on really, really nice. Like, that's nice and matte. Ta-da! We get a nice detailed shot. So you guys can see all my little mistakes. Very cute. Alright, let's check. Let's do a quick gesture sketch on this side here. I don't think I'm gonna do... We got Fozzie Bear though. Let's do a gesture. I want to do Rizzo. I really like the rat. Let's no, let's do it in pencil. I'm not that confident today, chat. We're gonna do it. We're gonna freaking do it in pencil first because I am not that confident today. I wish I could do Rizzo's voice. Low-key want to do voice acting. That's a little scary. Sarah, do you have like a favorite? Do you have like a favorite Muppet character? My recent favorite has been the King Prawn. But I really like Rizzo too. And Fozzie Bear. It's really hard to pick just one, but... Okay, the eyes. I always struggle doing the noses on the animals. It's like, have you ever tried drawing a dog? It is not easy. I should really force myself to do some pet portraits more. I made the little point in the nose a little too big. There we go. And the mouth kind of comes like this, and it folds like that. And it's got like a cheek back here. I think I made this a little too big. It's right up. And then actually this ear needs to come over a bit more. And it starts out here. Then this ear comes out like this. Alright, and he's got like a ball cap. Because Rizzo's got Riz. Alright, not looking terrible. So... neck comes in like this. Then we got a shirt here. A collar here. And he's got like his arms out and he's got a pizza. I think I might have made the neck too big. I want like Muppets Muppet Treasure Island music. Yeah, earlier this morning I was singing Cabin Fever. And I was looking for the song on Instagram to use as like the background song. I couldn't find it. I was like so disappointed. But I did find like it was just like an orchestral type soundtrack. Alright, I'm gonna do his hands a little bit different than the reference. Jacket comes down like this. This kind of reminds me of like the Fonz. Could be the way he's dressed. I don't know what these jackets are called, but they're like... They usually had like your college name on it. It's like a trendy thing. Whenever the Fonz was a thing. I forgot what year that was. It says Riz here on it. This rat was like ahead of his time. He had like no idea everyone was gonna be using Riz. Although, has Riz died out, chat? Is that like old now? Probably is. That was a couple years ago, that was the thing. I feel like it's still there. Although I feel like people say like Aura now. But even that I think might be getting kind of old. I kind of like Aura. I feel like it has a slightly different vibe though. Because Aura's like an overall like feeling too. Like vibes. Where like Riz is kind of more like just like about being charismatic. Like if you got Riz, it doesn't necessarily mean you're like a super easy person to be around. You're just charismatic. But if you like, you got good aura, it's kind of like giving like chill monk. I don't know. And the cuff here. Yo, chat, did we get to the end of our playlist? We may have. Hold up. Apparently I need to make my playlist longer. Alright, we got Rizzo. Put some pepperoni on the pizza. And I'm gonna try and recreate how they drew his name here. Da, 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 da. Oh, we're so locked in, we don't even need music. Oh, shoot. I'm trying to make this text like look thicker. I can't help but think of there's like a K-pop song called Riz by Taemin, and it's stuck in my head right now. I just got a pop-up from YouTube asking me if I wanted to take a break from my screen. Chat, I've been streaming too long. Alright, let me restart the music. Da, 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 da. It's alright, Sarah. You can take a break, rest your eyes. Show. Da, 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 da. Okay, low-key, loved Elmo, but this is kind of a vibe. Alright, we see his tail technically in the picture, but I'm gonna have tail come up here because I want to be able to see it more. Perfect. Alright, let's ink this thing. Do, 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 do. I'm gonna start with the eyes. Put my reference up here. Da, 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 da. Let's see how good I can do this, chat. Now we're warmed up. Drawing Elmo kind of warmed us up a bit. Also, I think I needed to be more smart about rotating my canvas, so to speak. Just adding a little bit of texture in here. He's not like super furry, but there is a bit of like texture to his fur. I'm also gonna add a little detail there to the hat, which technically isn't in the original. Oh, I made that too long. I should have cut the edge here. That looks like it's a really, Alright, you know what? Maybe no one will notice it. Chat, pretend you didn't see anything. We're just gonna make the hat bigger. Pray that nobody notices that the ball cap's like really long. Maybe we add a little edge to the spot. Proceeds to make it worse. Okay. Da, 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 da. I can like hear Rizzo's voice in my head while drawing this. Do, 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 do. Chad, I'm so sleepy. Maybe I should play something more upbeat, but this is such a good song. I didn't notice till you said anything. Chat, no, you should have never said anything. And even then, I still didn't notice. Okay. Sarah, thank you. It's gonna be alright, chat. It's gonna be alright. Future's gonna be okay. Because no one's gonna notice. Except me. But hopefully in like a couple months, I'll be looking through here and I'll be like, oh, that's low-key such a great Rizzo drawing. And then I won't even notice it either because you better believe I don't remember everything. Okay, how's the collar work on this shirt? Or jacket, I should say. Technically, that pocket actually comes up pretty far. It's a bit more like that. At this point, I'm just gonna probably ruin a lot of it, and that's all right. I think his hands should have been longer, but I ran out of room, so it's a bit tight. All right, let's do the tail. Oh, we're locked in. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So I'm just gonna add a little hemline there on the t-shirt. And then here at the collar. And then, oh, we need to do the name. Oh, we gotta do the name down here too. You know I get the Riz. Okay. Good. I think we're good, chat. Let's try erasing out our sketches in here. Try not to tear the paper. What time is it, chat? Almost 4? Okay. That's about normal. I usually go about 2 hours. Come on. There we go. Oh, he looks creepy without his eyes. We gotta fix that. Like, how much closer can I lean to the paper without hitting my camera stand? Boom. Wait, we gotta do his name up here. Alright, Rizzo. Oh, we butchered the R. No. The sketch looks so good, chat. It's fine. This is fine. What was that, like a Muppet movie where it was about Gonzo and like aliens? I just remember being like so scared watching it, especially when the alphabet soup started to like spell things out. And every time I see like alphabet soup, I think of that. I don't know why it's chat, but it's kind of creepy. I think it was supposed to be a little like, I think that's what they wanted. Well, they did well, chat, because it scared me. Alright, let's color this rat. Let's do it. Make sure you guys can see. Alright, I feel like we need like a warm red that's slightly more on the yellow side up here. I know I like pulled aside these reference images to do these with you guys, but honestly didn't expect to be, like yesterday if you'd asked me, Emma, what will you be doing at around 3:56 tomorrow? I don't think I would have answered painting Rizzo with gouache. But that's the beauty of life. It's a little unpredictable. This is the best way to live. I mean, maybe I would have I think I would have eventually guessed that I would have been painting with gouache, but I don't think I would have guessed that I would have been doing Rizzo. I only really thought of that until earlier this morning when I was like, shoot, what am I gonna do on stream? And I was like, I got an idea. Because I saw like Cookie Monster in my feed earlier. I was like, oh shoot, I want to draw a Cookie Monster again. It's like, well, we can't keep doing the same thing. Alright, I ruined the eye there a little. It's okay. Alright, so for the jacket, we need red here for the sleeves. I should probably switch brushes because this one is too big. Very carefully. Do this here. Okay. And the buttons here, red. And this little pocket area. And actually his hat is red too. I want to mix a little of this cooler red in though. Boom. Okay, for the mouth, I'm gonna do like a dark reddish color. We need a tiny bit of water, not that much. It's so easy to use too much. Okay, now we need blue. We're gonna do the shaded parts probably first. Okay. This is so cute. And I think I'm gonna use that black paint again for the nose. We just have to make sure we leave in a little like specular highlight area, which we can always... Actually, let's just go all the way dark with it. And then I might use some white later. Alright, so we need to mix more of like a brown to darken this hair. Some reds with some blue. Thinking... Actually a little bit. Add a little bit of green to neutralize this red here. Alright, here we go. Now we're cooking. A nice dark brown. Here and then around the nose. Now we're going to add a little bit more yellow back into it. Just do a little bit more of this highlighting area. And for the tail, tail's also pretty dark. Whoops. It's only a happy accident. It's fine, chat. I need to slow down. Be careful on these edges. You all know I have trouble staying in the lines. Something I never grew out of. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's just keep layering these shadows, I think. I think that's part of the key. Getting this fur how we're gonna want it. Let's make it a little lighter. Warmer shades here. And then we might want to do a wash again with the lighter, like orangey red, I want to say. Kind of like this to blend it. See if we can blend over those edges a little bit. This is definitely probably leaking through on the back side of the page, but... Oh, we haven't done his hands yet. Shoot. There we go. And do his fingers here holding the pizza too. Perfect. I'm just gonna give that a little bit of warmth. Ooh! Almost knocked over my camera. We're good. Alright, let's wrap this up. We need some light blues. A jacket here. And then we need to probably shade a little bit of the red on the jacket. Chat, nothing is worse than when you think you see a bug, but it's really just your eye floater. That is the most annoying thing ever. And you'd think you'd get used to it, but you don't. You really don't. Alright, pizza. Chat, I gotta go for a pizza. Maybe I'll figure out how to make one for dinner. or the crust. It's a bit a little more brown. Now we need a little sauce here, right at the edge. And we need the little pizza pepperonis. Alright, let's darken the red here on his jacket. What has he got in his pockets? It's dum, 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 dum. Here as well. All right. We're close to having this done. Shade that in a little bit there. And the ears. I do feel like the t-shirt does need shaded a little. Let's grab like this sky blue I have mixed up. Usually that'll do the trick for shading something white. There we go. I'll just do a little there on his eyes. And on his teeth, just so they're not too white. And I'm just gonna add another wash of this like yellow over top of some of the fur. Just because I like how that makes it look a little bit more dynamic. Alright, chat, I think we did it. Rizzo the rat, I believe, is done. Do you think, guys, we should put a little black paint in here? Just inside the mouth a little. Oh yeah, that's better. And then I just want to do super dark shadow right here on the neck. Our darkest sections. And then balance it out with the red. Alright, I think we're done. Oh, wait, chat. We're not done. Oh, we're not done. I do want to add a little color variation here to pizza. But also, we need to do the Rizzo. Maybe, like, let's do it in blue. And then we'll do the underline in... We'll do the underline in red. Make sure I got enough water on here. My brush. You guys see when I'm working. Because I want to hold my brush straight up and down. But then you guys can't see, so we gotta make sure we keep things angled. Oh, we just went outside the line. No. I feel like I should be doing this with markers. At some point, I do want to try getting those. It's like the Copic markers, but they're expensive. And it's not like you can mix colors quite like you can with paint. So it does make it a little more difficult. Before I start buying like markers, I should honestly, chat, actually just learn how to use my coloring pencils that I bought first. And also commit more time to doing these gouache paintings. Boom. I think that's a wrap, chat. Not a rat, but a wrap. Like, we're done. This is actually really, really cute. It would be, though, fun to mix a little bit of a highlight for his fur. Like, what if... Here we go. This is actually probably too light. Let's mix a little bit of this in with it. And this. See, now it's got too much water in it. I think once this dries, it'll be a little less spotty, but let me soften these edges with a little bit of color. Boom. May not have done anything, but you know what? I had to try. Alright, chat. We did a lot. We did Elmo, we did Rizzo, we did these kind of like fashion gesture sketches over here. Would I call these two ones gesture drawings? No, but you know what? Sometimes it's fun to do something a little bit different. Because especially since I did like a wash, and not wash, I did like a sketch underneath pencil. So not necessarily gesture drawing. But honestly, turned out really cute. These are really fun to do. Honestly, might be doing some more in our future. Maybe some Cookie Monster. I'm seeing some Cookie Monster in our future. And we didn't get to do... Well, we could do Miss Piggy. I feel like that would be fun, especially since she's pink. I like painting with pink. And yeah, we could do Oscar the Grouch. We gotta do Big Bird. We gotta do everybody. That's what we gotta do. But tomorrow I'm gonna be back with another stream. I don't know what we're doing yet, so it's gonna be a little bit of a surprise, guys. But it'll be something artsy. That's what we'll be doing. We might be working on the cows. I really think we may be. I'm saying there's a high chance, but not 100% we're working on the cows. But I think that'd be kind of fun. Everybody, thank you for watching and chatting with me, and I will be seeing you guys tomorrow on Thursday. And we are one day closer now to the weekend. I wish it was Friday already. I don't know about you guys. I am really, really ready for the weekend. I'm tired. So yeah, guys, I gotta go wash some paint off my hands, but thank you again. And like I always say, until next time, everybody, keep on creating. Bye, everyone.